Good evening, everybody. You're with Clutch here from the Sodak Motorcycle Blog. And, well, you are tuned in to another episode of Comments and Beer. Comments and Beer, for those of you that don't know or are new to the channel, basically it's a monthly comment show where basically I go through the YouTube comments. I drink some beers. They're local beers. I tell you a little bit about them, a little bit about the breweries. So promote our local breweries here in the Black Hills of South Dakota. Trying to think, what else can I say here? So we do the comments. I do a little bit of commentary. It's just all kinds of it's just a few minutes of fun and where I respond to your comments. I interact with you out there. I'm really bad at replying to comments. It's been that way for a long time. So I decided, you know what, let's do a show every month where I can answer the comments through a YouTube video. That way we get that interaction, and where I slack on replying to YouTube comments, I don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's what we're doing here. All right, so a few things have changed since the last time we recorded one of these. Last time we recorded one of these, it was like I recorded a little earlier in September. It was like third week of September. I remember sweating and being hot as hell in the garage that night. Well, things have changed a little bit. As you can see, and actually it's probably going to, as you can see, it is 22 degrees out. And actually that's not too bad because it's been colder. It got down to like 8 degrees Fahrenheit. Would have been, what night was that? That would have been Thursday night. So a lot of things have changed. We've started to get a little winter coming in now, unfortunately, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? That's just reality when you live up north. But anyways, let's go ahead and meet our beer for the evening. So first things first. So here is what we have. It is from Lost Cabin Beer Company out of Rapid City. It's a brew called Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner is a single hop Simcoe American Pale Ale. So APAs are one of my favorites, and Bruce Banner is one of my favorites. You notice I don't have as big a can as I normally do. I actually had to buy the little 4-pack. I mean, there's 3 of them. The one problem is it's a 4-pack, but I wanted to drink one on Thursday night, so I had one Thursday night, so that's why there's 3 of them now. Main reason is Lost Cabin. They don't do crowlers, or at least they didn't the last time I was in there, so they just do the 4-packs. So that's what we're going with. So anyways, let's crack that open. Fun fact, the Bruce Banner can, the UPC symbol is shaped like the state of South Dakota. So, fun fact. All right, let's get into some comments. All right, there we are. We have the comments pulled up. These are YouTube comments. So, we're going to pick off where we left last month. We were talking about Devil's Tower. So, this month's comment. So, this came from last month's comment and beer from old Deba1226. So, good to see you still enjoying the motorcycle blog there, buddy. All right, so cabin fever. That's it, buddy. LOL. Yeah, doggone, you were funnier than heck, brother. Good stuff. I think you need to run this 45 minutes so you can have time to get 2 beers down. I appreciate you and really do enjoy your content. You'd be a lot of fun to ride with. Well, first of all, thank you, Deba. Secondly, we might have a chance with these 16-ouncer cans. With those crowlers, which are 32 ounces, I don't think, especially where we're drinking craft beer, I don't think that would end very well. I mean, maybe fun for you and everybody else, but maybe wouldn't end so well. And plus, the last video I did it on a work night, so that was the other thing is, you don't want to slam, 48 ounce or that'd be 64 ounces worth of beer before you got to go to work next morning, because I'm getting older and and I hate hangovers anyway. And I've always hated hangovers, but any year that's getting older knows that the older you get, the worse the hangover gets. So that is what it is. So thank you once again, Deba, for being a great, solid listener and viewer. All right. Oh, so we got one and we got a reply. So from Moto Guns, another comments and beer comment. He says, Blyman, good video. First one of this type I've seen in years. Put for the watch for your distance riding videos. Callum from New Zealand. Well, nice to meet you there, Callum. Also know what fencing in the summer is like. Hey, it's fun, ain't it? And then he adds on, and Southern Hemisphere riding season all year round in New Zealand. Sorry. Like I said, it the fact that there's, we have a riding season and not a riding season here very much sucks. But I will say this, and I don't know if many up this side of the world would agree with me, but, the one thing about having a riding season is not a riding season is I think it makes you appreciate the riding season just a little bit more. Like, as much as I'd love to live in a place that has riding season all season, I tell you what, there's nothing quite like that feeling of the first ride on the bike when it's, that first warm day in the spring and the roads don't have garbage all over them and there's not snow and ice. It's a little bit warm. Get out there in the middle of the day when the sun's out. There's nothing quite like that feeling. It's such a great feeling because it's like you just have that feeling of finally it's here. The time of year is here. We can ride again. It's great and it's awesome. So, to have a good feeling like that, you got to go through some sad in the winter, but is what it is. That's just what you get. I will say this. The one nice thing about living in a place that have winter, we don't have big bugs. We generally don't have a lot of crazy poisonous snakes. The one poisonous snake, and that doesn't necessarily matter, but we don't have like big things like alligators. We don't have like killer bees up here. Like there's a lot of advantages of living in areas where it's cold. So, as long as you got a good heat, it's generally not so bad. So, but me personally, I'm a fan of summer. I'm a fan of heat. I very much think the whole you can just put on more clothes is kind of dumb because eventually you'll put on too many clothes and you can't move. You're like the kid from, the Christmas Story. And yeah, you can only take out an infinite or a finite amount of clothes. But I tell you what, tank top and a pair of nice little, breathable pair of shorts, I tell you what, they'll do wonders in the heat. So, like I said, I'm a kid of the heat. I like the heat. So, all right, what do we got coming up here next? All right, the Z-Man 28. 2 weeks ago, another comment from the comments and beer. Comment on the comments and beer. Excellent video as usual. This sucks. The season is winding down for us riding in northern parts of the good old USA and neighbor to the north. Yep, it is. A comment about riding in the rain. Yep, it's not that big of a deal. It is fun. Not really. Ride smart. Don't lean the bike like you're riding the twisties. Give yourself a little extra distance for braking. So good stuff there. So yeah, absolutely. We're continuing to beat this dead horse, which is, well, it's not dead yet because it's not even November yet and it's already cold. But, we're, like I said, cold weather sucks. It is what it is. So yeah, absolutely talking about the rain. You got to just be safer in the rain. Just don't ride like a ding dong in the rain. Pretty simple. I mean, obviously a big part of it with the equipment piece is make sure that also your tires are in good shape too. But yeah, you don't need to Rossi that thing in the rain. And sometimes you get rained on. It is what it is. Personally, for me riding in the rain, like if I get up and it's just a day off and I was planning on going for a ride and it's raining, more than likely I'm going to be like, yeah, we're not doing the ride today. We'll just do stuff at home, do something else, go for a drive with my wife, something like that. There's other things that we can do. Excuse me. Once again, disadvantage of beer. Start to get the belches. But where was I at? Oh yeah, talking about riding in the rain. If it's already raining, yeah, I'm not gonna probably go out because riding in the rain is kind of a pain. It's partly a safety deal, but also you're wet. It's a little bit cold. Your windshield's got rain spots all over it. Your visor's got rain spots all over it. It's probably fogging up. There's a lot of things that kind of suck about it. Now, if there's a chance of rain, and, which if you live in the hills, you already know this, but here in the Black Hills, there's a chance of rain pretty much every day here in the summertime. There always is. That's just the way it is. So if there's a chance of rain, generally I'll try to avoid it. If it's known like there's a big storm front coming or something, like the night of our poker run this year, the day was nice, but we all knew about 5:00 at night a big old rainstorm was going to come through, or a big old storm front was going to come through between 5 and 6. So like that night we went back and had a couple beers. I actually parked my bike and actually took the pickup to the bar that night because I knew darn well I didn't want to ride home in that. And sure enough, I was driving home and going through a thunderstorm and hail and everything else, which, something that's not fun to experience on a bike. So that's kind of how I approach the riding in the rain there. Alrighty. So this one's from the video just come out 2 weeks ago called Am I Old Now? And for those of you that haven't seen it yet, I encourage you to go check it out. Basically in the video, one of the things I ride is one of the new Harley Davidson, what was it called? Road Glide 3. Basically, it's a Road Glide that's striked up. So that's what happens in that video. So you can go check it out. But there's a part in that video where I'm at the Full Throttle bar. So the comment is, never been to the FT Full Throttle bar, but willing to bet the tribute statue after Alan Ness is Indian Larry. And Elvis on the Shark chimes in, it is. And yep, he's right. Just bet that's the tributes right there. What was I going to say? So if you don't know, there's a big old biker bar in Sturgis. Well, one of the big biker bars in Sturgis is called the Full Throttle Saloon. And you've probably seen the TV show before. So that's where he's talking about the FT bar. I also will call it the TV bar is what I'll call it a lot, because there's times where I just, I don't want to give like a whole bunch of, I guess I'm one of those where, them and the big bars like that, I don't see them, throwing out any freebies to really anybody else. So in the end, I'm not going to give them too much free advertising during rally. I'm just not. There's a reason why I like we're going to just call it the bar that shall, or the campground that shall remain nameless. I'm going to let you figure that one out. So those are the big ones there. But yep, those are the big statues. And actually, if you go up that, it's right along Highway 34. You can't miss it. Obviously, if you watch the video, you already saw it. But they just line the whole street right by the road. It's kind of cool to see them. It really is. All right. Oh, well, we're already down to one comment. Wow, that was quick. That was really fast. Hopefully the sound is working. All right. Hey, Debo1226 again. And this is from the video that just came out last Wednesday, a week ago as you're seeing this. Name of the video is Am I Cool Now? Sturgis Rally, Day 5. This would have been my Thursday at Sturgis Rally. And it says, bro, you styling now in that limited edition Dixon. Nice work. Now with the riding season drawing to a close, good time for you to find a Road Glide special with low miles. Gently used. Christmas come early. So if you haven't been really monitoring the comments of the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, old Diva there, he's been on me for a good 2 years now about buying a Road Glide special. And let me tell you, I would definitely love to have one. Absolutely would love to have one. But once again, it's we're a one bike household, and that's just how it is. So, and I'm pretty partial to Goldwing. Also, my wife is very partial to Goldwing, especially the seat, which is a custom Russell Daylong seat. So any different bike we buy, obviously is going to have to involve, we're going to have to put probably a new seat on it, which that's $1,200 for a custom seat, because I won't ride without a Russell Daylong anymore. So there's that cost. But yeah, like I said, we're really a one bike household, and my wife's just not a big fan of Harleys. She's just not. It's just not her. It's not her cup of tea. And frankly, we have found with me and her that, Harley Davidsons just don't fit us very well at all. Like there's just it feels too cramped. The seam position for her, she really doesn't like it. Um, it it seems like most of the Harley Davidsons are made for someone that's weighs 100 pounds and is 5'1", which that's my wife is 5'9". Yeah, she's the same height. Actually, she's a little taller than me. So I'm about 5'9", so she's probably like 5'9.5", 5'10". So that's the first issue. And like I said, it's just they've always felt cramped to us with the passenger, and it's probably not going to be able to go with. Now, they discontinue the Goldwing. Who the heck knows what it's going to be? So that just is what it is. So, but excuse me. Yep, still belching. So, a few other things have happened this past month. We're going to kind of go off of motorcycles here for a little bit. So, second week of October, me and my wife and a friend of hers, we decided to take a week-long trip down to Mexico. We flew into Cancun. We stayed at a resort, the Princess. I think ours was the Princess Yucatan. It was basically the adults only one. We booked some warm-up rooms, and that was really a lot of fun. Spent a day at Shellhoff. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun things. And I will say this, and I'm talking to those of you out there that, my subscribers, you love motorcycles. That's probably what you're into. But the reason I bring up this Mexico trip is because, you got to do other stuff too. Like, riding motorcycles all the time is great. And don't get me wrong, my wife loves riding motorcycles too. But, there are times when sometimes you just got to say, you know what, let's not do a motorcycle trip. Let's do a trip to somewhere else. And for this year for us, it was a trip to Mexico. And like I said, it was a lot of fun. It was really enjoyable. And I'm telling you this, I'm not saying you got to go to Mexico or anything, but go somewhere. Go do something. And maybe this year, maybe it's too late, but next winter or whenever the winter season is where you're at, where it's not really riding season, you know what? Plan a trip to somewhere warm. Because let me tell you, your significant other will absolutely enjoy it. If you got family, I'm sure your kids will enjoy it. Like, I would highly recommend go do a trip somewhere. Because trips are a hell of a lot of fun. And like I said, it was a really good time. A few things I noticed anyways, yeah, that's what I'm gonna leave it at that. It's like you gotta go do a trip somewhere, go have some fun somewhere, go find something cool to do, go just find something fun to do that's different. And like I said, I'm sure your significant other will absolutely thank you for it. I know that, and like I said, you'll have a lot of fun too. I know I had a great, awesome amount of fun. The one downfall, the one thing I did not find down there, at least over towards the Cancun and Playa del Carmen, and I looked through all their trip offerings, and they got stuff like, sailing, and they got like a overnight or like a evening boat excursion where basically you go and drink tequila and, sample food and all that fun stuff. They got, trips to the Mayan ruins there because you're down there in, the Mayan River area. So there's all kinds of ruins there. But the one thing they did not have, and very disappointing, is they didn't have an available off-road motorcycle adventure. Because in my mind, see, that's where the motorcycle comes again. I absolutely wish they would have had some kind of motorcycle adventure. And maybe if one of you down there in that part of the world is watching or listening, come up with something. Here's what I want. I want an off-road adventure with motorcycles and maybe off-road side-by-side too, but I want like dirt bike off-road adventure. And I want we ride somewhere, we go have lunch somewhere, and then we ride to like one of those C-notes, which if you don't know what a C-note is, basically it's a little caved in like sinkhole. Basically it's got water in it. So we do lunch, ride around some more, go to a C-note, hang out on a C-note all day, go back to like a hotel or something, and then just drink beers the rest of the night. I feel like that would be a fun trip. So it'd be cool if we could get something like that down there. That's the one downfall we didn't have down there. But there's lots of other fun stuff to do. So like I said, I highly recommend you go somewhere like that. Oh, anywhere else? What else should we be doing? What else can I talk about? I'm kind of out of ideas right now. Other than that, oh, by the way, so as you're seeing this, it is the first Thursday of November. And let's look at our calendar here. So first Thursday of November. So we got 1, 2, 3 weeks till Thanksgiving. 4, 5, 6, 7, just under, or right at 8 weeks, or no, about 7.5 weeks till Christmas. Excuse me. Now, why do I say this? Well, I say this to remind you that Christmas is coming. So don't forget to take care of those gifts, especially for your significant others and your kids and all your other friends. Figure out that gift situation, and now's the time to do it. Don't procrastinate, because the more you procrastinate, the closer it's going to get, and then all of a sudden it's going to be December 23rd and you're going to be scrambling. So don't procrastinate that stuff. It's just around the corner. But you know what that means with Christmas just around the corner. Next spring in the Northern Hemisphere is, well, I wouldn't say just around the corner, but it's coming to you as time marches on. But what else do I got? All right. Other than that, I think we're going to call this video the video. I didn't even finish my damn beer yet. Well, we got to change that. There we go. Deba, I finished one. There. And there's number 2 right there. All right. Anyways, once again, for the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, my name is Clutch. So, what do we do at Sodak Motorcycle Blog? Well, we make motorcycle content. We do some iron butt stuff. We do some stuff about the Black Hills, South Dakota, because that's where we live. That's the home. That's the namesake of the blog, is Sodak Motorcycle Blog. So obviously we're going to feature South Dakota, including their great craft beers, like this fancy little Bruce Banner, which, by the way, I'm not being sponsored or paid by these local breweries. However, I'm going to put this out real quick. If you are a local brewery here in the Black Hills area and you happen to find yourself stumbling across this video, I am very, very absolutely willing to do a sponsorship with you. So, and like I would absolutely love to do a sponsorship with you. If you want to do something like I record at your brewery, we feature a beer at your brewery, we do the comments beer, something like that. I'm basically absolutely more than willing to do that. And yep, you could say I'm selling out whatever, but honestly, I like craft beer. Craft beer's fun. It's something I really enjoy. It's something I really like to promote. It's something I'd really love to bring in the fold. So if you're a local brewer here in the Black Hills, South Dakota, please feel free. Reach out here on Facebook, YouTube, any of that. Feel free to reach out. So anyway, so where was I? Oh yeah, we talk about South Dakota stuff. We talk about, of course, the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, because once again, we're 20 miles away from downtown Sturgis as I stand right now. Excuse me. Good Lord. Craft beer makes you belch a little bit. Anyways, so are you done? Anyways, yeah. So we talk about that. We do trips to places. We try to do all kind of fun stuff here. We release new videos every Thursday. They come out at 7 o'clock Mountain Time here in the United States of America. So basically, if you're in the United States and you're not in Arizona and it's summertime, guess what? It's 7 o'clock. Now, if you're in Arizona, you might be in the Mountain Time, or you're in your own little time zone. So in the summer, you're watching me at 6 o'clock at night. In the winter, or in the fall, or whatever winter, here by the next time we do this, which will be in December, you'll be back in the Mountain Time zone. So keep that in mind if you live in Arizona. Now I just confused you on time changes. But anyways, like I said, we do a new video every week. And like I said, it's kind of all about motorcycles in the Black Hills. And we also do this monthly Comments and Beer episode. This comes out, we've been doing it the first Thursday of every single month. So whatever we're doing, every Thursday, we do a Comments and Beer on the first Thursday of the month, just as another one of those, just kind of a check-in, answer comments, talk about fun stuff like that. But anyways, I would like to thank you for stopping by. Once again, I am Clutch. Oh yeah, other thing. Please, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike button. Also, I encourage you to subscribe. While you're there, you can hit a bell notification icon that'll remind you of future videos, so you don't even need to worry about what time my videos are on. But other than that, thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you checking in. Oh, and last thing too. Obviously, the power of this show is right down below. We're talking about the comments, so make sure you're putting your comments in, good or bad. I don't care. Just put the comments in. But know this: if you put comments down below, guess what? They're probably going to get discussed on the show. So please bear that in mind when you are making comments. But anyways, finally, for the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, I'm Clutch. You have yourself a good night and a happy Thanksgiving. And for all you veterans out there, thank you for your service, because Veterans Day is coming up as well. And anyways, we will see you right here in December. You have a good night, and we'll see you later.